We travel light. That is handsome.
Earth Elemental. Welcome back to Heroes and Whiskey. We are 3D printing our way through the Dungeons & Dragons Monster Manual, and today we have monster number 80, the Earth Elemental. So in the Air Elemental episode, we decided to purchase this elemental set from Bite the Bullet. So we've made that choice already, so let's print up the Earth Elemental and see how he looks. Now, Earth Elementals, they glide through rock as though they were liquid, which is, honestly, that's a pretty cool trait. It also does double damage on structures, which could make it a really interesting character to try to align with, maybe if you've got a dungeon or a castle or a town-based campaign. In the Air Elemental episode, we also tried something a little different, which is using ChatGPT to write us an encounter description specifically for a specific monster, and so we're going to try that again. So I'll include the text down in the description if you want to copy it, and here it is. The massive, imposing creature made of stone and earth, its body rugged and craggy like the jagged peaks of a mountain. It's immense in size, up to 16 feet tall. Like the slow, inexorable movement of tectonic plates, it moves with a weighty, deliberate grace, every step causing the ground to tremble. Upon detecting you as intruders, the elemental's rocky exterior grinds and shifts, readying itself to pound the earth with its mighty fists, causing shockwaves and fissures in its signature attack. Yeah, once again, that is pretty cool. So as we mentioned in the last episode, this whole set comes on medium bases, even though they're supposed to be large figures. But I very much like how this guy turned out. He maybe would have benefited from a little more texture on the surfaces, but I think the more simplistic approach really helps him fit in better with the other elementals in the set. Now, the picture in the manual shows the Earth Elemental with legs, which obviously this guy doesn't have, but I actually really like how it looks like it's coming out of the ground. So in terms of how it printed, for the most part, it was great. There is this kind of small seam here at the base, and that didn't really quite fit, even with some sanding and fidgeting. But because it's rocks, you don't really notice. Like the Air Elemental, I printed it solid, and so it is definitely a bit top-heavy, but I really like the feel of it. It also, I don't know, it has this random hole in the front of its head. I'm not really sure what that's about. In terms of size, it stands about 10 to 12 feet tall. It's imposing, but not really overwhelming, so it can maybe stand to be about 5 to 10% bigger. In terms of resources, we accounted for the cost in the last episode, and it printed alongside its cousins. So we are still sitting at $802 total dollars and 36 days and 6 hours of print time. So we're moving on with the Elemental family. Next up, we have the hothead of the clan, the Fire Elemental.